Link.
Good motherfucking morning, motherfucking ladies. Good motherfucking morning, ladies. How are we all doing today? This most beautiful of Saturdays. Yes, it's weekend. Yes. Perfect day to sit inside and watch streams and click games. Yeah. You good, chillin'? Gutchy, Tamagotchi. Very good. I'm glad to hear. Another day in the arena. Let's see here, we got some Sabaronis, we got some Re-Sabaronis. We got Koidia, thank you man, 20 months. We got Izzy, we got David, Hop Dog, Theo Bromine with 86 months. Thank you very much, Nutki and X-Fighter. Beautiful people, I assume. I don't know them, really, personally. But I can only assume. I was late. Can you give me a good morning, please? No, early bird gets the worm. You get cold. Or something else that birds don't like either. I don't fucking know, man. Alright, we're fucking here. I fear that we are in need of some news. What's been happening in the world today? Yesterday maybe? Tomorrow upcoming? Question mark? Navi versus Spirit tonight. That's the Spirit. France knew. Alright. Nothing ever happens. That's somewhat true, yeah. There's like a lot of goats in there. Trump became the president of USA. Yes, those are kind of old news, yeah. A new Counter-Strike season next week. Rank reset, new map, weapon balances. Did they fix the client? Because the client is so god awful, man. Unfucking streamable, man. Also, ain't no one playing fucking normal easy mode seasons. If you're not playing Face It, you're shit at the game, let's face it. The stingy man is eager to get rich and is unaware of the poverty that awaits him. I don't know what that's supposed to mean, but I guess it's Chinese wisdom or some shit. Trump insisting on buying Greenland. Really? You're gonna buy, I guess it's on sale, considering no one wants to fucking be there. Makes sense. It makes sense. Alright. Trump going ham. Maybe we'll finally see something happen in the next 4 years. Kinda have a feeling we will. I kind of have a feeling we will. Who could want Danish people in their country?
Abeilef 777 decillion. 777 decillion. 777 decillion. 777 anillion. 777 octillion. 777 septillion. 777 sextillion. 777 quintillion. 777 quadrillion. 777 trillion. 777 billion.
I never really played
770.
I'm not like hyped for Civilization or anything, if I'm being honest. Kingdom Come looks pretty good. It looks pretty good on paper. But I'm not like a Civilization fan. I wouldn't say. I wouldn't say, but maybe the new one is the time to get into that shit, right? I don't know. It seems like a tremendous learning curve, not learning curve, but entry barrier maybe. If you haven't played a single Civilization game before. I don't know. Will you play Ninja Gaiden and complain about it and stop at the first mission? Probably not. I haven't played any Ninja Gaiden games either. So none of these games ring out to me. These Giga sequels, 4, 7, whatever it is, man. Have not. But we'll see. Maybe we'll try it out. I mean, you don't have to know the story of the first game.
Hello, Forsen. Hello, chat. Guess what? I fucking love CP.
Combo points.
It is just so soothing. I condone it and encourage it. CP stands for Club Penguin. I miss that game so much. I'll forever remember it.
That's not the save you think it is, bro. That's not the save you think it is. Alright. Let's see here. We got some cunts with asses out. 22 drippin', believe in Mo, Burdoos, thank you. Water Eater. We got Harry Potter, 43 months. 2 Moist, 65 months, thank you. Burnout, welcome back. Alright, who's up for some links? I bet you guys are up for some links today, right? We've been waiting all day, all week. Finally, it's weekend links. Those are the best links. That's totally not when all the crawlers come out. Actually, it probably weekend links are probably the best links because finally the normies have time to be here at the start of the stream and not the absolute degenerate needs with too much Bitcoin money. So here we go, without further ado, the first link. I'll take it. Classic Elo Hell. Platinum. Sorry, isn't there an emerald rank or something? This one is only a year old, so emerald rank is newer than a year. Alright. Explaining almost every rank. Almost.
The dark side of the Force is a pathway to many abilities some consider to be unnatural.
Like what exactly?
The dark side can prevent Padme from dying.
Anything else?
Yes, pick a card, Anakin. And boom! That's your card, isn't it?
What? You just jumped ahead like 5 steps, dude. Holy shit.
Hey, shut your damn mouths! I'm trying to enjoy the opera. Young Skywanker!
Ah, perfect. Let me show you how to handle this. Whoops. Sorry, Mace.
No worries, man. Just don't hit me with lightning again anytime soon, okay?
Yep, won't happen again. So, have I convinced you to join the dark side yet?
No, I reject it entirely. The dark side poisons the intellect and enslaves the soul. It's a parasite, feeding on ambition while stripping away reason and integrity. I see through its deception, and it has no place in my destiny.
Oh?
Cypriot coffee.
Is it possible?
Cypriot mushroom. Cypriot hell dweller. Cypriot non-believer. Cypriot coffee. Fucking coffee.
I love it so much that I never
Cypriot
discern what is real.
Oh, we're trying to watch shitty ass fucking links, man.
I love spreading misinformation. I love it so much that I now have trouble discerning what is real and what I've been telling people on Gary's Mod servers. Specifically, I enjoy misinformation surrounding game design. Things like Lady Dimitrescu's ass being more polygons than all of Resident Evil, or a game's code being entirely dependent on a JPEG. That girl you've been talking to on Discord on and off for a year. She's actually me with a voice changer, and I've been covertly planting messages on your computer to subliminally convince you that Blizzard Entertainment has a male-made coffee bar that they use for morale. It's been going great, thanks for asking. However, there's a lot of misinformation out there, and it's been difficult to cut through the noise and reign supreme as the least trustable source of information. Spending 3 years undercover as someone's Discord kitten is hard enough without someone else stepping in and just spreading misinformation in a more efficient way. So now I'm going to have to provide you with some tools to detect game development misinformation. Think of me like your therapist, but actually helpful. I've already spoken about the misleading sandwich photo from Starfield, but there seems to be a trend of these kind of dramatic tall tales surrounding AAA titles. Specifically, there are multiple fabricated images regarding the polygon counts of female characters' rear ends. Now, I like dense levels of geometry on a woman as much as the next guy, but there are some fatal mistakes made in both of these myths. It's fairly obvious to see the rest of the model in each photo and notice that there's a pretty big discrepancy between the ass and the less interesting parts of the model. Whoever originally altered these models should have at the very least made it less obvious where the dense part starts and ends. They both still have the exact area they subdivided highlighted in its entirety. A real example usually won't keep these specifically dense parts of the model highlighted. If you want to actually create a myth like this, I'll show you how to make it more believable.
Okay, this is a model from my game Rat Smasher. He's got a tattoo that says I am cool, so he's pretty cool. His topology isn't the best, but it's not the worst either. For simplicity's sake, I'm just going to alter his pants and nothing else. So we're going to add a subdivision modifier right off the bat to give it more plausible deniability that this guy's ass is supposed to look like this. And after that, we want to kind of evenly distribute the polygons instead of subdividing the whole area outright. With a good pattern of subdivision now, we'll move on to give it a little more volume. We'll use the sculpt tool to create kind of some lumps, and then we'll smooth that out into a more appropriate shape. After that, we'll symmetrize the side that looks better than the other. And with that,
Hello, Forsen. Hello, everyone. I'm a citizen of Qatar, and I humbly requesting that Mr. Force visits my country, Qatar. Forsen, come to Qatar.
No,
Come
I
to
don't think
Qatar,
so.
Forsen. Please. Oh!
A lot of these kinds of hoaxes originate from the Topology Gore subreddit, a lawless hellscape where everyone is competing to give each other epileptic fits and early onset dementia. The load-bearing coconut myth may also stem from the Reddit shithole. Multiple posts claim that a coconut in the files of Team Fortress 2 is hardwired into the game and will cause irreparable damage to the fabric of reality if removed. This received widespread attention and media coverage. also claimed was that the code included some developer comments pointing out the importance of the coconut. Both of these things are not true, however. Much like removing System 32, you can safely remove the coconut. Even after this was disproven, people immediately latched onto the idea that a cow also cannot be removed from the game. This cow is part of a VPK file. VPK stands for very fucking important. So to delete the cow, you have to remove the entire VPK file containing other important things. A video disproving the coconut's importance at the same time disproves that this cow is essential to running the game. But after disproving it, this man goes on to say,
File 5 is 106 megabytes of random stuff, such as this crank, MVM cache, and the 2-4 cow. So I can't even guess what might be so important in here. So let's just say the cow stops TF2 from falling apart.
And just like that, the internet has been duped once again into spreading this man's archaic manifesto. But why? Why do these urban legends persist? Let me paint a picture for you. You've just finished a 13-hour shift of trying to make your first character model, and your wife is pissed because the mortgage isn't being paid by your male gigolo side job. You take a look at your model and realize you've somehow made a person and a biblically accurate soccer ball at the same time. The moral of the story, you ask? Game development can be boring, and at the same time, it can be so painstakingly difficult you start to develop thoughts you aren't allowed to divulge in a public YouTube video.
Alright. Thanks for
Forsen.
summarizing.
Forsen.
Yeah.
Forsen. Pause the video, Forsen. Please
It's in
pause
between.
it.
You're
Did
fine.
you pause it?
Not
Thank you, Mr. Forsen. Do you want to become famous?
no.
My followers at bigfollows.com.
I would rather not.
안 되겠어. 아, 오케이. 아, 안 되겠어. 안녕하세요. 일단은 언제쯤 익숙해질까? 익숙해지지 않을 것 같은데? 눈 화장.
Didn't hear you say no more links. So here is part 2. Mr. Force.
We don't need to go with them. Don't you trust my inventions, lad? Oh, happy Dinobots, we look to do our job when we come round.
What? What the fuck?
It had been a mixed morning, but James Lewis was hoping to keep things moving in the right direction.
I'm 22 years old, and I'm a tour guide here in the city of brotherly love. My favorite part about being a tour guide is interacting with the people.
All right, let's go, folks.
I was really encouraged to come down and audition by my coworkers, so it's thanks to them that I'm here. I think the judges will think that my voice is unique and that I'm bringing something new and something different. Kind of sounds like maybe Paul Robeson or maybe Eddie Vedder from Pearl Jam. My specialty is anything that's low.
Are you excited to be here?
Yes, I am. How can I not be?
And can you sing?
Yes, I can.
And what are you going to sing today?
I'm going to sing Go Down Moses.
Oh, okay. Whenever you're ready.
When Israel was in Egypt's land, let my people go, oppressed so hard they could not stand. Let my people go, go down Moses, down Egypt land, and say,
Most self-aware American.
Let my people go.
I'm sorry.
I'm sorry, James.
Would you like me to sing something else?
No.
Or?
I'm
having a good day today.
Ready?
James.
Somewhere morning, when this life is over, I'll fly away.
Okay. James, seriously?
This is not your thing, dog. Singing, this is not your thing, man. Trust me, man. Trust me, man. We wouldn't lead you down the wrong alley, man. It's Idol's doing you a favor, dog. It's not
And
your.
forgive us for laughing.
Yeah, please forgive us for that, man.
Okay.
Thanks for coming out, though, dog. Thanks for coming out. Take care of yourself, baby.
As the judges compose themselves and James plans his next move.
Nah, I'm gonna come try it out again next year, and I'll have more contemporary songs. I won't do any like older Christian songs.
We're gonna take another break.
Older Christian song. Alright. Thermopyle. Between 40,000 and 90,000 casualties? Bro, that's a poor estimation. $700,000 deaths.
If you look just at the Quran, you will
Hello,
get
Mr.
the
Foss.
indication.
Could you pause the video this time?
Yeah.
Did you pause it?
It's paused,
Was
man.
this timed right?
Yeah.
Thank you. Forsen 50 time, Forsen 50 time, Forsen 50.
That you can have sexual intercourse with a 5-year-old. The reason why it's haram to have sexual intercourse with a 5-year-old is not found in the Quran at all. If you just read the Quran, it is halal. It would be halal to have sexual intercourse with a 5-year-old. Chapter 65, verse 4. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala tells us who you can divorce and who you cannot divorce. And then he says, وَاللَّائِ لَمْ يَحِدْنَ. وَاللَّائِ لَمْ يَحِدْنَ. And the ones who had never been pubescent before. And by the way, this is very important, yeah? I want all Muslims to be aware of this. The reason why we don't have sexual intercourse with 5-year-olds and 6-year-olds and 7-year-olds or whatever is not because of puberty. Wait a minute, what did you say? It's not because of puberty, because that verse in the Quran actually says lam yahid. They never had puberty before. You can't go around that. The Quran doesn't say doesn't say anywhere in the Quran that the woman has to be pubescent. I dare you to find one verse in the Quran where it says you're not allowed to marry someone based on harm, or you're not allowed to have sexual intercourse based on harm, or you're not allowed to marry someone based on puberty. Get me one verse in the Quran which says the woman has to be pubescent. You know, in the Quran it says, حُرِّمَتْ عَلَيْكُمْ أُمَّهَاتُكُمْ. It says you're not allowed to marry your mum. It says you're not allowed to marry your sister, your auntie. Where does it say you're not allowed to marry a prepubescent? I'm looking for one verse that you can say, you pinpoint it and say this is where it says prepubescent marriage or whatever.
I can show you a verse in a different book that says you cannot.
Towards pedophilia, and a severe type of pedophilia, a wife abuse, a severe type of wife abuse.
But when we say it, we are Islamophobic. Stay away from Islam.
All right.
It was Sunday afternoon, and we had one more man who was going to show up. And he was coming over to meet a 14-year-old boy. And I believe we had a description of his car. So we see it pull up, and it's an SUV.
He's in the driveway, Dell, but I can't hear you coming back at me. He's backing out now. He's backing out of the driveway. He's backing out of the driveway. Yeah, looks like he's going to park on the street. Can you hear me, Dell?
He gets out and goes to the rear passenger side. We think maybe he's going to get beer, pizza, stuff that we see these guys bring all the time. Instead, he grabs the hand of his 5-year-old son.
We already seen this. We already see a lot of these Predator ones, man. There's no unseen footage.
Created 6,000 years ago in 6 days by God. I am confused. Being philosophically consistent and being a very honest person, I'm sure you can tell me where God came from. And in addition, once you've told me where God comes from, please try to clarify how you can figure that a spiritual force can have an impact on a material universe to create it. I think that some years ago we already talked about that kind of thing in philosophical circles at any rate, by posing the question, if angels are made of spiritual matter and a pen is made of material matter and spiritual matter displaces no space, how many angels can dance on the tip of a pen? I have a sense of sort of reversal experience here, but please do, go ahead.
You got 5 minutes. Now, I just want to know which question.
That's all right. You may take the rest of the minutes.
We're supposed to do one question at a time. Which one would you like? That was part of the format for the debate. So which question?
I want you to fill in the story of the rest of the beginning of the universe. God, spiritual matter, impact on material matter.
Okay. So 2 questions. All right.
Go ahead.
All right, your question, where did God come from, assumes that you're thinking of the wrong, obviously it displays that you're thinking of the wrong God, because the God of the Bible is not affected by time, space, or matter. If he's affected by time, space, or matter, he's not God. Time, space, and matter is what we call a continuum. All of them have to come into existence at the same instant, because if there were matter but no space, where would you put it? If there were matter and space but no time, when would you put it? You cannot have time, space, or matter independently. They have to come into existence simultaneously. The Bible answers that in 10 words. In the beginning, there's time. God created the heaven, there's space, and the earth. There's matter. So you have time, space, matter, created a trinity of trinities there. Just, you know, time is past, present, future. Space has length, width, height. Matter has solid, liquid, gas. You have a trinity of trinities created instantaneously, and the God who created them has to be outside of them. If he's limited by time, he's not God. The guy who created this computer is not in the computer. He's not running around in there changing the numbers on the screen, okay? The God who created this universe is outside of the universe. He's above it, beyond it.
But someone created the guy who created the universe.
So the concept that a spiritual force cannot have any effect on a material body, well then I guess you'd have to explain to me things like emotions and love and hatred and envy and jealousy and rationality. I mean, if your brain is just a random collection of chemicals that formed by chance over billions of years, how on earth can you trust your own reasoning processes and the thoughts that you think? Okay, so
Why are they applauding? Why is he bringing fucking science into it, but also using made-up shit like spiritual energy? Is he retarded?
Your question, where did God come from, is assuming a limited God. And that's your problem. The God that I worship is not limited by time, space, or matter. If I could fit the infinite God in my 3-pound brain, he would not be worth worshiping, that's for certain. So that's the God that I worship. Thank you.
Oh no. The response got cut off. I wonder why. Oh no.
Taxi! Excuse me, mister?
Yeah.
No.
Shoot up!
喂，做咩？
架車喺度啊！
哦，Well， 係我疏忽，有揸車嚟都唔記得咗。
傻啦，點可能怪你呢？
係我疏忽嚟。
傻啦。
做乜咁多人跪晒響樹啊？稟告大人，呢冚唪唥鰲拜老婆嚟㗎。耶！咁後生，一定係俾鰲拜逼嘅。真可憐。嗱，一睇就知佢唔夠瞓，即刻上去我屋企等我同佢瞓翻2晚。喂！鰲拜果然心狠手辣，你睇將佢打到腫成咁樣，即刻上去我屋企等我同佢醫。金毛獅王嚟喎。鰲拜通翻埋角，呢啲一定係洋鬼子類間諜，所以我屋企等我嚴刑拷問。哇，黑柴都有，送埋我屋企，咁黑都要，熄嘅燈一樣嘅啫。嚇，鰲 拜呢個契弟，果然由8歲到80歲都唔肯放過㗎。大人有啲誤會啊，呢個唔係鳌拜老婆，係鳌拜老母啊，肯唔肯埋？送去你屋企？送我屋企做咩啊？家有一老啊，如有一寶，加醒件寶俾你喎，嗱，抵請宵夜啦啩？好咩啊？丙你啦！在下尹天仇，未請教。
柳飄飄啊！
有咩需要研究下嘅咧？
咪就係點樣冧啲麻甩咯。
嗱，譬如所謂學生妹嘅初戀感覺咧，其實要由基本做起嘅。你而家可以當我係客嚟到招呼我先。
喂，老細，叉兩板。
好老細啦，你而家嘅身份係學生妹，你可以叫 Good morning Sir 或者係先生早晨。
先生早晨咯。
試下耷低個頭，怕醜少少，等對方咧抬起你嘅頭時候先至講。
先生早晨。
眼神死咕咕啦，再嚟。嗱，俾隻閃匿啲嘅我。
先生早晨。
閃得滯啦，再嚟。定翻啲下。
先生早晨。
嗱，死唔眼閉呢只啦，千祈唔好嚇死人㗎，再嚟。自然啲，柔和啲。
先生早晨。
好，嗱，而家我哋講講形體動作方面咧，譬如擁抱啊咁，你用你嘅方法。
Very good.
Why is God letting that narcissist thrive in life while I'm over here suffering in silence? Why can't people see the truth about this person? They're clearly manipulating others for their own profit. I just don't understand why God would allow that narcissist to treat me like that. Why won't God do anything? So what will God do to a narcissist
Nothing.
according to the Bible? Well, to be clear, the word narcissism is not found in the Bible. However, there are numerous references to the dangers of selfishness, self-promotion, and idolizing oneself. When you read these Bible passages, it becomes abundantly clear God has thoroughly warned us against practicing the traits that are often associated with a true narcissist. Therefore, it's good to study what the Bible will do to a narcissist so we can avoid thinking they are getting away with anything, and so we can make sure we ourselves.
It's not very Christian of you to
Number one, God will
want
let
me
the
to get
narcissist
punished.
choose their own selfish misery. When you read the Bible through worldly eyes, it can seem like a very
for me to
unattractive
suffer.
way to live your life. For example, Philippians 2:3 commands, "In humility, count others more significant than yourselves." That's not appealing to people who don't understand the full context of biblical self-sacrifice. But when you read verses like this in context, there is always a clear teaching that self-sacrifice is one of the most beneficial things you can do for yourself. God's commands to love Him and to love others are actually the roadmap to the most joyful life possible. As Jesus said in Acts 20:35, it is more blessed to give than to receive. In Matthew 16:25, he also said, "For whoever would save his life will lose it, but whoever loses his life for my sake will find it." A narcissist will never know the deep joy that comes through service because they are completely obsessed with serving themselves and manipulating others into
So I
serving
am
them.
serving.
They are a black hole that can never be satisfied because they do not understand where true happiness and satisfaction are found. In trying to take
If I'm the God
more
gamer
and give
and I'm
less
serving
and less,
myself,
they're
am I
only
not
increasing
serving
their
God?
own misery. 1 Corinthians 13 verse 3 states that those who do not love have nothing. Love is to sacrifice yourself for the benefit of another. Those who do not sacrifice for others end up with nothing themselves. God's warnings about selfishness are clear. Thus, He lets us choose this misery if we want to, since we've been fairly warned. God doesn't even need to actively inflict the punishment of joylessness onto a narcissist because they are inflicting this misery onto themselves. Number 2, God will let them burn every bridge so they become an island of loneliness. The more and more people they stab in the back, the more and more people know they are a backstabber. Thus, less people will show them their back. For example, Paul was harmed by many people throughout his ministry. At times, he didn't name them, but at other times, perhaps when their sins were especially dangerous and people needed to be warned, Paul did name them. In any case, Paul assures us that wicked people will eventually always be exposed. In Romans 16:17-18, he wrote a warning especially
This is the second
discussion
time
about
you've skipped my main
appeal to
meeting.
you, brothers,
I have
to watch
already
out for
reported
those who
to the
cause divisions
CCP.
and create
Do it
obstacles
again and they will
contrary to the
arrest you when
doctrine
you
that
go
have been
back
taught.
to
Avoid
Sweden.
them. For
We have
such
Chinese
persons do
agents
not
everywhere.
serve our Lord Christ, but their own appetites. And by smooth talk and flattery, they deceive
Apparently
the
not
hearts
here.
of the naive. As
Because we have to
Christians,
wait
obey
till I
God's
go
word
back.
and avoid people who
Alright, very good. Thank you, religious person.
Hello and welcome to Stockholm, here in Sweden.
That's
you
not
can
our
see
accent.
over there, that is Sweden's royal palace, built in 1629 for the king of Sweden, who then went on to invent IKEA.
True.
And that's Sweden's history, basically. Hang on a second. I thought Sweden was all about saving the environment and protecting the environment and being green. And isn't Greta Thunberg that girl? She's from Sweden. Take a look at this boat. What the hell? Look at that black smoke. Sweden. What's going on in your country?
Is he trolling or what?
What is going on? Polluting the atmosphere.
One boat. This guy is sucking Chinese dick, man. There's not even one boat.
Something's going on in Stockholm. It's a nice Christmas market here. Oh, what's this? It's very Christmassy. Everyone's spirits are high. Whoa, look at this guy. What the hell? Let's go check him out. Seems to be doing something very interesting over here. Forget about the Christmas market. Let's take a look at this. Oh my god. The Mercedes van is levitating. What is he doing? Just got myself some Swedish food. This is a Oskorv. Oskorv. Right, let's try it. Basically, it's just a hot dog. Anyway. Oh, hot dog was pretty good. Whoa. Hold on a second. Is that an Illuminati triangle? What's going on in Sweden? Oh, what is that? What's going on in Sweden? Something's going on. Just walking down the pleasant little back streets now. It's very pretty and colourful. Oh, there's some huge cathedral, a church there. Okay, so far Stockholm seems pretty nice. It's very lovely. No graffiti. Oh, who's this in here? Megan! Megan! What are you doing? Eating? You're having a Swedish waffle? A Swedish waffle? Handsome. Megan, gå deg! Kjell deg vei! Kjell deg vei, gå deg! Kjell deg vei, gå deg! Kjell deg vei! Well, would you believe it? All the way over in Sweden, they have my house. Humbo Wong! Would you believe it? Humbo Wong! Humbo Wong! We were just walking along, and just by chance, we're about to catch a glimpse of the changing of the guard. Wow. Nigga, what's happening? have now arrived at the main event, the main attraction in Stockholm, the Vasa Museum, which houses the spectacular Vasa warship, the Swedish warship that sank on its maiden voyage after sailing just 1,300 meters in 1628, and it was truly incredible. God, look at that.
Swedish inventions. Fucking IKEA, man.
He who asks is a fool for 5 minutes, but he who does not ask remains a fool forever. A wise man makes his own decisions. An ignorant man follows the public opinion.
True, true. Meta sheeps.
If you are planning for a year, sow rice. If you're planning for a decade, plant trees. If you are planning for a lifetime, educate people. If your strength is small, don't carry heavy burdens. If your words are worthless, don't give advice.
True, true.
If you're patient in one moment of anger, you will escape 100 days of sorrow.
Not sure about that one.
Man's schemes are inferior to those made by heaven.
What?
Parents who are afraid to put their foot down usually have children who step on their toes. If you must play, decide upon 3 things at the start: the rules of the game, the stakes, and the quitting time.
What?
All things are difficult before they are easy. Teachers open the door, but you must walk through it yourself. Insanity is doing the same thing in the same way and expecting a different outcome. A child's life is like a piece of paper on which every person leaves a mark. A bird does not sing because it has an answer. It sings because it has a song. People in love become spouses in the end. It's better to be without a book than to believe a book entirely.
True.
而家我哋講形體動作方面咧，譬如擁抱啊咁，你用你嘅方法嚟到擁抱我啊！做咩？
做咩？
唔使下下擘大個髀鉗住人哋嘅。
哦，唔好意思，職業病。
要改啦！其實作為一個學生妹咧，亦都唔需要話採取主動，譬如可以做出一啲含羞答答嘅嘢嚟到令對方主動攬你㗎。
你要含乜春嘢答答啊？
即係譬如 呢啲咁樣啊。
我鵪鶉咁樣嘛。
做啦。係啦，對方見到你鵪鶉成咁樣咧，自然忍唔住會攬住你。你而家先至將你嘅頭依會落對方嘅肩膊上邊。做咩？
唔好意思，職業病啫。
要改啦。
啊，條女索喎，係咪呢條女啊？
梗係啦。喂，醒神，
好嚟，嚟。
嗱，如果你打得贏我，我就將中亞病夫4個字吞落肚。僆仔，係咪唔信啊？
我以為走位快啲得嘅。
坐。嗱，有段戲我想你幫手同我試一試嘅。我哋係戀人，咁呢度咧就係我臨死前同你嘅一段對白，你望下。
我係做。
你做翻尹天仇，我係杜娟怡，得未？
得啦。
Action 啦
！Action！
天仇。天仇，
你唔會有事，娟。
我唔得㗎。
我呢個仇人已經受太多挫折，我已經好攰。如果連你都冇埋，我真係支持唔到落。
你保重，
娟兒，娟兒你冇死，娟兒你整啱我啦，娟兒你整啱我啦，你擘大個口整啱我啦，娟兒，娟兒，哇！娟姐，慢慢，
點到，
冇搞錯啊，搞到地都。
Alright, very good, very nice. Thank you for all the lovely links, man. That was great. An experience of a lifetime. But now it's time for another experience of a lifetime. I was cooking in my head. I was cooking a Silas build. I was cooking hard, man. Is it possible to play Tanky Silas? Tanky Silas. Like scaling Silas, late game, you take all the late game stuff, like Gathering Storm, you take Transcendence. You go Fat HP, Spirit Visage. You go fucking, what's that item called? Rift Maker. You go fucking Rod of Anno. And you go fucking the fucking 350 health, 70 ability power, movement speed thingy item. Silas is a late game champ. Stop cooking. He's not a late game champ. He's a snowball champ. What do you mean? What do you mean? Rift Maker scales with Heartsteel. Good. Fuck Heartsteel, man. Nunu is a snowball champ. Ah, I see what you did there, sir. I see what you did there. No, but seriously. Is it better to go Conqueror or is it better to go Lightning Bolt? Always Conqueror. Always Conqueror. Alright, we have to ban this garbage OPS fucking hero. That motherfucking hero is fucking busted. So busted. Mel got hotfixed. What? Is he lying? Wait, really? Hotfixed? Let me guess. They changed her range? No? Oh, just less damage. I guess that's fine. One or the other is fine. Let's see here. You say Conquer. You say Conquer. I say wait, it's Nico. I don't even know Nico. What is her ult? What am I stealing here? After a delay, Nico leaps in the air, knocking up all the enemies. Oh yeah, I know this one.